All right, we're on the calculator portion of the review. It says a calculator is permitted on the following questions. Your calculator should be in degree mode. It says give all answers accurate to the nearest thousandth. Should be 3 decimal places. All right, and we're also given the law of cosines, the law of sines, and the area for any triangle. So this problem says solve for the missing value of x in the triangle shown below. So we'll see here that x is a side length in this triangle. We're given 2 of the angles and then one side there. So since we know 2 of the angles, let's just go ahead and find the third angle, right? We know that there's 180 degrees in the triangle, so let's just call this like x over here, right? This would be capital X since we have little x as the side. So let's say angle x plus 123 plus 26 should equal 180. 123 and 26 should be 149, so angle x plus 149 equals 180. So then angle x should equal 31 degrees. Which is nice. We know that this angle is 31 degrees. And since we know that this is a 26-degree angle in our triangle, and we know the side opposite it here, this sets up real well to use the law of sines. So let's take this and set it up. We're going to say the sine of 26 degrees over the side across from it there, so that would be 10, should equal, we're going to take the sine of 31 degrees over x. And then we can just cross multiply to solve, however, which way you wish to do it there. So I have x times the sine of 26 degrees should equal 10 times the sine of 31 degrees. We'll divide each side by the sine of 26 degrees. So x equals 10 times the sine of 31 degrees divided by the sine of 26 degrees. Let's see, I'll jump into a calculator here and type that in. This one's kind of like an 8384 emulator. If I go into my mode, make sure I'm in degrees there, we are. So I'm going to say here, I had, I'm just going to type in as a fraction because that's more fun. We're going to do 10 times the sine of 31 degrees, and we're dividing it by the sine of 26 degrees. We hit enter, and you see we get about 11.7489, so that would round up to 11.749. So the side length would be equal to 11.749 centimeters. And that is our answer for number 20. I'll go ahead and just jump into 21 since I'm in this video here and I want to get it done. 21 states, if the area of the triangle shown below is 36.5, find the value of the missing angle x. So we need to figure out what that angle is. We know that the area is equal to 36.5 square units, whatever those units are. So we're going to take our area formula that we have above. The k is equal to 1/2 times a times b times the sine of that included angle. So since we have this angle here, and we know this side and this side here, we're going to take it here and use that information that we know to create an equation and solve. So if our area is 36.5, let's put that in for k. That should equal 1/2 times, the sides that help form that angle, so 11 and 7. So 1/2 times 11 times 7 times, in this case, we'll say the sine of x. Now we'll take it here and solve it. If I multiply 11 times 7, that's 77, and half of that would be, what, 38.5? So 38.5 times the sine of x is equal to 36.5. Divide each side by 38.5. So right now we have 36.5 over 38.5 is equal to the sine of x, and this is where we have to do the inverse sine on each side. So we're going to get the inverse sine of 36.5 divided by 38.5 is equal to our x. And then we'll just type that in on the calculator and get the answer. So we'll do second inverse, and we said it was 36.5 divided by 38.5. Hit enter there, and you will see we will get about 71.4510, so that'll just round to 0.451. So 71.451 degrees is what our angle measure should be. And that right there is our answer. All right, with these ones, just make sure you're using your formulas, you're plugging things into the correct spots in the formula, and you are rounding carefully when you're going through and doing it. If you have any other questions, please bring them to class.